Manchester United handed another Marcus Rashford transfer boost as second agent meeting set up. Marcus Rashford is currently on loan from Manchester United to Barcelona, but there is uncertainty over where his long-term future lies. Robert Lewandowski's future at Barcelona could have a big impact on Manchester United loanee Marcus Rashford in the summer transfer window. The forward is on loan with Barca, with the club having the option to make the move permanent. The Spanish giants are required to pay a £26 million fee for the move. However, they have previously struggled to register new signings due to their need to comply with La Liga's financial fair play rules. Barcelona are reportedly trying to reduce Rashford's price, or even sign him on loan again for another season. That is, however, something United are not willing to do. Lewandowski is out of contract at the end of the season. It's reported that Barcelona have offered the striker a new deal on much lower wages, but no final decision has been made over his future. Latest reports from La Gazzetta dello Sport claims that there will be a second meeting between Juventus and Lewandowski's agent, Pini Zahavi, in the next few days. It comes after a first meeting reportedly took place earlier this month about a possible move. The meetings hint that an exit from the Nou camp is a real possibility for Lewandowski. Should that be the case, it would leave Barcelona short on attacking options. The exit would also free up the striker's wages, allowing the club more wriggle room in the transfer window. That could lead to them being more open to paying the fee required to complete a move for Rashford. As well as Juventus, AC Milan are also said to be showing an interest in Lewandowski and are ready to step in if there is an opportunity. It is, however, added that a resolution to the situation is not expected until the end of this month. Earlier this season, it seemed like Barcelona had made the decision to make Rashford's move permanent. But latest reports suggest that their interest has cooled due to the forward's performances in 2026, with the club looking at alternative options. One of those is Atletico's Julian Alvarez, but he is likely to be a much more expensive option than Rashford. Barcelona are also reportedly monitoring former Crystal Palace striker Alexander Sørloth. Man United transfer news. Michael Carrick targets rejuvenated £15 million. Leeds man after Old Trafford masterclass. Manchester United are reportedly weighing up a surprise approach for rejuvenated Leeds United midfielder Ao Tanaka in the summer transfer window. The Red Devils inch closer to Champions League football with a hard-fought 1-0 victory at Chelsea on Saturday evening, thanks to Matheus Cunha's effort at Stamford Bridge. Michael Carrick has led Man United to a praiseworthy third place in the Premier League table since taking the reins from Ruben Amorim, and the 20-time English champions are also just 6 points worse off than Manchester City. Qualification for Europe's premier competition will aid Man United's ability to attract and retain top talent, such as Kobbie Mainoo, who is believed to be closing in on a new contract after reigniting his Old Trafford career under Carrick. However, Casemiro will be departing when his contract expires at the end of the season, while Manuel Ugarte has failed to cut the mustard in England and could be on the move too. The likes of Elliot Anderson, Carlos Baleba, Adam Wharton and Ederson of Atalanta BC have been heavily linked with moves to Manchester, but according to Team Talk, Leeds' Tanaka has now emerged as an unexpected target. The 27-year-old played a starring role in the Whites' promotion to the Premier League last season, registering 5 goals and 2 assists in 43 championship matches, and he has 4 strikes to his name in all tournaments this term. However, Tanaka has struggled to become a consistent Premier League starter under Daniel Farke, who has selected the Japan international just 9 times from the first whistle in England's top flight this season. One of Tanaka's starring roles came in Leeds' 2-1 victory over Man United at Old Trafford on April 13th, though, and Carrick was supposedly left highly impressed with his energetic display in the centre of the park. The Japan international, who is expected to represent his country at the 2026 World Cup, is supposedly open to joining a new club this summer, but he would prefer to continue in the Premier League rather than head back to the Bundesliga, despite strong German interest. It was reported last month that 3 Bundesliga clubs were keeping a close eye on Tanaka, whom Leeds signed for just £2.9 million from Fortuna Düsseldorf in the summer of 2024. While the likes of Anderson, Baleba and Wharton could command close to £100 million to leave their current clubs this summer, Leeds are reportedly happy to start the bidding for Tanaka at around £15 million. The Red Devils could therefore land a cut-price midfield bargain with the Japanese linchpin, who would be an ideal squad player to replace the struggling Ugarte, but would not be a marquee arrival. Furthermore, the 27-year-old is apparently pining for regular starts at his next club, and Man United may be unable to guarantee him the minutes he desires if they also sign a big-money Casemiro replacement. In contrast, Newcastle United or Everton, two other clubs who apparently hold an interest in Tanaka, would be better placed to bow to his wishes, especially the former if one or both of Bruno Guimaraes or Sandro Tonali depart. The latter two have also been linked with Man United, so even if the Red Devils lose out on Tanaka to the Magpies, the move could still work out for them if it means hiring either Guimaraes or Tonali. Manchester United player ratings versus Chelsea with 3/8 as Mainu and Cunha. Excellent. Man United closed in on a return to the Champions League after Matheus Cunha's goal secured a win against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Manchester United returned to winning ways at Stamford Bridge as Michael Carrick secured another significant victory as head coach, with Matheus Cunha's goal securing 3 points against Chelsea. Carrick has now won games against 4 of the top 6, and this win moves United closer to a return to the Champions League, with the gap between them and Chelsea now at 10 points with just 5 games remaining. Chelsea had edged the first half, but United struck just before the break, with the architect familiar. Bruno Fernandes got away from Alejandro Garnacho down the right, and his low cross was buried by Cunha. That proved to be enough, as United dug deep after the break to hold on to victory. Here are how the players rated at Stamford Bridge. Senna Lamens could have held a weak Enzo Fernandez shot in the first half that led to Chelsea's disallowed goal and a spiralling miskick in the second half, but always kept his cool. 7. Diogo Dalot would have been familiar with the problems Garnacho poses and showed he knew how to handle him. Bullied him into submission in front of the away end, which went down very well. 8. Noussair Mazraoui. A different kind of challenge as a central defender in a back four, and he did well. Combative in the air and solid on the ground. 7. Aidan Heaven got away with an early foul on Cole Palmer right on the edge of the box, but settled after an excellent challenge on Liam Delap and was good in the second half. 7. Luke Shaw found Pedro Neto and Palmer on his flank fairly often, but showed his experience to try and get help and do what he can. Aggressive in the challenge and defended well. 7. Casemiro. Some key defensive headers and read the game well in the second half. A little tame with one attempt to stop Fernandes in the box in the first half, but his experience is an asset. 7. Kobbie Mainoo could make an argument that this was one of his best games defensively. Won the ball back a couple of times and was well positioned